Welcome to Uganda. Hi guys, it's your girl Liv Kenya and my team here, and we are on the road again. This time we are traveling from Mombasa all the way to the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. So guys, you know we've covered most of the East African countries. We've been to Tanzania, we've been to Rwanda, and it's time we also explored Uganda because so many of you have really requested us to go there, and as much as you've requested, it was always in our bucket list. So we are excited about this. We're going to explore Uganda. It will be a very interesting journey. We have googled a few places, we have seen some recommendations, we have also researched on Instagram, and I think this is going to be a very interesting journey. We always think of, every time we think of Uganda, we just know there is Kampala, there is Busia, there is Malaba, but trust me guys, there is more to Uganda than that, and I'm excited to show you. So we left Mombasa at around 6. It was quite dark, so we did not record much, but now we are 40 kilometers to Voi. So you can see we have just parked somewhere by the road, and let's go. As usual guys, you know this is an entire series, so stay tuned for every episode of this series, and we'll finally give you a full documentary. But for now, let's just explore, let's enjoy this journey. And Hadia, that is Hadia.
Good morning, let's go.
She doesn't have much to say.
Yes.
And then we have our driver here. So Pearl of Africa, here we come. This is going to be so interesting. I can't wait to eat matoke.
And Rolex.
Oh, and Rolex.
See, Rolex is Rolex.
And then let's see if we'll get some chicken, the ones that are usually sold by the road.
I can't wait. And the bread.
Oh, and the bread that tastes like cake.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Actually, for all of us, it won't be our first time. I think it would be for some second times, for some the third time, but this time at least we'll be taking you guys with us. It's been so many years, so I know a lot has changed, so I'm excited to find out. Let's go. This is Voi. You can see it from this far. I've made a video about this beautiful town. Kindly check it out. It's where most people usually take a break, maybe a bathroom break or maybe a snack break. We are approaching Konza City. We'll stop somewhere in Nairobi to pick a few things, and then we'll proceed with our journey. But so far, this is us snacking. I haven't eaten anything since I woke up in the morning. Hadia?
I took some, what is that?
Biryani.
Oh, I took some biryani and banana crisps.
There are more snacks.
Yes.
I'm the only one who didn't eat biryani in this car, so I'm very hungry, but I hope we can get a bite somewhere in Nairobi as we stop by a mall somewhere to pick a few things. I've shown you a lot on this road because all our road trips are usually from Mombasa to Rwanda, from Mombasa to Zanzibar. So I'll just show you bits and pieces of the road. I hope you guys can bear with me, but we'll see. There's more interesting things to see ahead, so stay tuned. Now we're already in Nairobi, of course using the expressway. We're avoiding the jam, even though we do not expect the jam right now, but we're not taking any chances. We have a long way to go. We are cruising. Nairobi from a distance. There are the skyscrapers. Okay. Guys, just look at how beautiful Nairobi looks. Wow. At least from up here you get a chance to see all these beautiful skyscrapers. Nairobi anyway, and these things look very different. Thank you. So guys, we went to the mall, Sarit Center, to pick a few things from the mall and to have some bitings. And now guys, we're headed towards Eldoret. It's around 5:07, so we're expecting to get to Eldoret at around maybe 10 or 11. We're already at Uthiru. The driver right here is very tired. I think I'll take over when we get somewhere at a petrol station. I've rested enough.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I've rested enough. I've slept. I woke up. Today there were so many policemen on the road, so we were very disciplined on the road. That is why it took us a very long time to get to Nairobi. But until we get to Eldoret, we've already booked an apartment, which will stay for the night and then leave very early in the morning for the border. We'll be using Malaba border. So guys, let's continue with this journey. Now I'm the driver. Wish me luck. I don't know how to drive at night. And clearly we'll get there very late. Guys, it's getting late. We'll talk very early in the morning. so that we can show you where we stayed and the plan for the day. But we'll be crossing the border tomorrow. So all of those people who've been asking about the requirements about the border, I think it's the same ones as the ones in Tanzania, but I will inform you once we've crossed the border. I'll just confirm if the Uganda side is just the same as the Tanzania side and the Rwanda side, just like all other East African countries. So guys, let's see each other in the morning. So this is day 2 of our road trip. It is a road trip from Mombasa to all the way to Uganda. We're going to explore Uganda, but we haven't reached Uganda yet. We are in Eldoret. It had been a very long journey all the way from Mombasa. We left yesterday at around 6 in the morning, and we got to Eldoret at 11. We had some stopovers somewhere along the road in Nairobi and all that. So guys, thank you for joining us in this trip. And right now, this is where we stayed. This is the Airbnb we stayed at. It's a 2-bedroom. It's just a...
Hey guys, Chari's here.
yeah. This is Sharon. She's not going in this trip. She's
so
not
unfortunate.
Yeah, she has some things to take care of. So this is a 2-bedroom house. It's a simple house. Basically, you just get all the basic things you need. There's nothing fancy, but it was comfortable for the night. Hadia is here.
Good morning.
This time we'll have to ensure that Hadia drives while we're in Uganda.
Hallelujah.
Do you know she knows how to drive, but it's been some time since the last time she drove. Now she's just scared of driving. Anyways, now we are headed towards Malaba border. So far what we know is that the usual stuff. You are required to have a valid yellow fever certificate, COVID-19 vaccine certificate, your passport. For this car, we must have the original logbook because it's our car. We have the original logbook. If you do not have an original logbook, you should have a copy, but with a letter from the owner of the car to confirm that they have allowed you to use the car to cross the border, and your passport as usual. So basically that is what you need for crossing the border. That is what we've been using when we went to Rwanda and when we went to Tanzania. Check out those videos. It is series, a couple of series. So we are assuming it's still the same thing in Uganda, even though we know that in Uganda at times maybe your ID, if you're a Kenyan, your ID is just enough. But we'll let you know once we get to the border. So far guys, so far so good. Let's go.
Bye guys. I want to see this video sooner. But I'm missing a lot. Vile inanuma lakini wacha niwaambie. Ya South Africa. Ngoja.
Uwezi kosa South Africa.
Hiyo itaniuma mpaka lungs itaniuma.
Haya, bye.
Adios.
Eldoret is a slow growing town. Okay, it is growing faster than we thought. I think devolution had a great impact on most of these towns that had been neglected for some time. So Eldoret is one of those beneficiaries of devolution. This is Eldoret town. Where we stayed is somewhere along the Eldoret-Kisumu highway. We'll go straight to Uganda Road and then just use that Uganda Road to take us to Uganda. It is that simple. Pearl of Africa, Uganda, or Uganda. Adia, how do you pronounce it?
Uganda.
Not Uganda.
No. Uganda.
Uganda. If you've never been to Eldoret, this is Eldoret town. It's very soon becoming a city. What? Yeah. We've actually made an extensive video on Eldoret, the entire town, and its outskirts. So go and check out the video so that you can understand more about the town. But otherwise, it's growing. It's growing towards... Okay, it used to grow along the highway, but nowadays I can see people are moving further and further from the Uganda Road. So that is a good sign of growth. There are plenty of border borders. Border borders are these motorcycles. It is a means of transport. You can just You can take one that will take you anywhere within the town or and its outskirts. Now this is Uganda Road. Now this is the main highway in Eldoret. It is the one that we used when we were coming from Nairobi. It is Uganda Road. So if you just follow this route, it will somehow take you to Uganda, and that's what we intend to do. We are past Mailine, and there is this interchange. It's very new, so we are figuring out how we are going to take the Eldoret, Webuye, Malaba highway. Straight to. So I think we are going straight. You know, there is a lot of road constructions in Kenya, so at times you might take one wrong turn and you find yourself in another town. So we are officially headed towards Western Kenya. Chuma kitu. This is Turbo. It is one of those towns along this road. Right ahead of us, you see that truck? It's carrying sugarcane. I think they're just from harvesting. I've tried the sugar in Tanzania and the sugar in Rwanda. Kenyan sugar is the best.
I agree.
Yes, do you agree? Our sugar is the sweetest. Yes, hands down. So our sugar, our tea, and our coffee is the best. People from Tanzania and Uganda, don't finish me. I'm just saying, this is my opinion. So here is the sugar cane. Now, some people, when people are younger, I think that these trucks with sugar cane, they carry sugar cane, but they're usually open on the sides. So you'll find that some kids will pull a couple of sugar canes, which they would come and eat later. Okay, that is stealing, but let's say it was just fun. The thrill of it, the thrill of taking sugarcane and not being caught is the point there. Current town market. There are so many small towns along the road. I think they have grown because of this being the main highway to the border.
It's a Kale word. It's a Kalenjin word. It's Kipukaren. But Luya would say Kipukaren.
Kipukaren.
It's mostly the inhabitants of this place are mixture, mostly are Luyas. But there are a few.
There are few Kalenjins.
Yeah, there are few Kalenjins here. Kipukaren. So welcome to Kipukaren.
Are you pronouncing it as a Kalenjin or as a Luya?
Yeah, as a Luya.
Kipukaren. Kipukaren.
So we are headed to Webuye next.
Oh, Webuye next?
Yes.
Okay. Look at this. And here is a factory, Sango. Adio is saying it's pan paper, Webuye pan paper.
You have to confirm that.
It could be Webuye pan paper?
Yeah, it is pan paper.
Ah, look at that. It's so rusted. When was the last time it's called rye pepper? It's rye pepper.
Rye?
Yes, you see the name there? Rye pepper. Yeah, I think this new government wanted to. Is it this new government or the previous one? Okay, the government wanted to revive Webuye pan pepper some time back.
Yeah.
I don't know how far that has gone, but we are hoping for the best. At least it will make the people around here to have some jobs, and the business for the tree business, pepper business to improve in Kenya. Actually, this is my opinion. Since Kenya, we do not allow polythene bags. If we could have a paper factory in Kenya, it would make a lot of sense, and it will cut on so much cost of importing the paper, because we buy a lot of paper to use it for packing. packaging of goods and all that. Yet we have plenty of trees, and we had a factory that we can just revive. I mean, it is a win-win for Kenyans. I think that is one thing that if the government decides to look at, it will be very beneficial to us. India, dear. So just imagine, everything, almost everything is being packaged using like paper, the brown papers. Even if the factory just produces the brown papers only without the writing papers or the books, just the brown papers, that is a lot of money. It will be a multi-million, maybe even billion business in Kenya. The only problem with that is the pollution. Yeah, I remember when we were young, we used to pass by Webuye when the pan paper was still functional, and there used to be some very, very foul smell of rotten eggs. Rotten smoke, rotten eggs. That one from chemistry, that
Sulfur dioxide, was it?
yes.
Sulfur dioxide.
Yes, I remember it is H2S. Yes, it's H2S.
H2S.
Ah, no. H2S is laughing gas.
SO.
Which one is laughing gas?
Nitrogen. Nitrogen.
The laughing gas is for nitrogen.
Yeah, nitrogen.
It's for nitrogen oxide. But sulfur dioxide, yes, is the rotten egg smell. Thank you, chemistry teacher. You know yourself. I know you're watching this video. If you know, you know. Yes. But there used to be that smell, and all the time I could just imagine people who lived around this place, like how the smell affected the people who lived around this place. So in case the government wants to revive that factory, please consider how to dispose of the wastes. I'm sure if that company gets revived, this town will be bigger than how it looks right now. Yeah. The roads have changed. This is Kandui the town, and there's a road here that will take you to Bungoma. But you can see the town is quite active. A lot of shuttles. These are the PSVs, the public service vehicles that can take you to Kitale, Misihu, Eldoret, Nakuru. You see, that is their stage over there. This road on our left, this one, it is the one that will take you to Bungoma. But today we are not going to Bungoma. However, we've done a tour of Bungoma and Hunter's Paradise Hotel that is somewhere in Bungoma. Go and check out the video. I tell you guys, that hotel it's one of the best around this place. It's indeed a paradise. So you can see a lot of these trucks, most of them probably are from Uganda. They are heading back. They have dropped some containers, or they have picked some more luggage, and they are going back to the other side of Kenya, because this is just the main road that takes you to the border. Wololo! There's been an accident here. Woo! I hope that everyone there is safe. Where? Arrive alive. Road safety always. Yes. Road safety always. I just hope that everyone in that car and everyone who's involved is still okay. That is the first thing. Safety first, and then all these other properties can be replaced with insurance or not, but life and health matters. Now we are approaching the border. You can see there's a very long queue of these heavy commercial vehicles that are going to be cleared at the border. Where? You can just imagine what time these people got here. And they must have come very early, so that they can make the queue. But I believe that there's a time when this whole queue will be cleared, despite everything. So it will be cleared, and then the road will be a bit more available for people to maneuver around. Like you can see, we just have to overtake. We cannot use the right, we cannot keep left, we just have to overtake because we'll be stuck in this queue. The famous Malaba town. Wow. Some people call it Malaba, others Malava. Which is which?
Malaba is a different place in Kakamega.
Malava.
Malaba.
But I think it's the same. You know, it's written Malaba with BA, but you know, according to how most people in the Western pronounce B, they pronounce it as a V. So it sounds like Malava, but it's written as Malaba. And of course, I'm sure there's a lot of business going on between the two borders. Like, it is Malaba in the Kenyan side, it is also Malaba in the Ugandan side. So we are at Malaba one-stop border post, and we are not allowed to record in there. So we'll let you know what happens in the border once we cross the border. We are leaving the one-stop border point. We are trying to get a SIM card. It's been like, I think 1 hour. The process has been 1 hour. We found a Total petrol station here, and we are fueling the car. The per liter it's 50.19 Ugandan shillings, which translates to about 181 Kenyan shillings if we use the exchange rate of 27-28 shillings there. So I think in Uganda, the fuel is more expensive than in Kenya, because in Kenya it's around 178 thereabout. It's a bit expensive in Uganda, but not by a big margin. So we'll be just fine. So we have branched to our left from the main road, actually to our right from the main road, and we are approaching Tororo. This is the rock. I don't know if this is a rock or it's a hill that we had seen while we were still in Malaba, that there are some stairs, some sort of stairs that people use when they are climbing to the top of that hill. So it should be fun hiking up there. It is 1.4 kilometers tall. I think it qualifies to be a hill, in my opinion. It qualifies to be a hill, but since it has been named as a rock, let's go with that. Welcome to Tororo town. Busitema University. Now. I think I'll just follow this. I'll just follow this track.
Still a very old town.
Yeah, it is an old town, and I think the main thing that has made it grow this far is Tororo cement. Still. Yeah. I think I've learned about Tororo cement when I was doing my geography. Tororo cement. So it is a relatively big town.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm tempted to think that it is bigger than Malaba. I think it's bigger than Malaba.
It is.
And a lot of motorbikes, just like in Malaba. Motorbikes and bicycles. And plenty of bananas by the roadside. You know, bananas, like plantains, are the staple food for Ugandans. I don't know if they've adapted ugali, like maize, as also an additional staple food, but from what I learned back then, it's bananas, and I can see a lot of bananas around. I think during when it gets dark, it's lit. You can see these street lights. Tororo Central Market. So there are more shops on this side. We are heading towards this road. I think this road is still under construction. So the roads are not labeled, so I can't tell you which road this is.
It's Uhuru Road.
It's Uhuru Road. that is Tororo. We just passed by to see a few things and how big the town is and what kind of things are being sold, so that you can be able to tell the kind of business, the kind of people who live around this place. But we will not climb the rock because it's getting late and we have to get to Jinja in good time so that we can secure our accommodation. So we are going back to the main road so that we can head towards Jinja. I have set the kilometers for this trip so that I can be able to tell you guys how many kilometers it is from one place to another. From Jinja, let's go. Now from Jinja, I'll be able to tell you guys. When we were trying to research about Tororo before we came here, I learned that many people are referring it to as a mineral town. And my initial assumption was because there's Tororo cement, probably they were mining limestone. But apparently those hills that we saw coming here, those are Sukulu hills, and flint, phosphorus and iron were found back then. I don't know if they still mine it up to date. We are going to confirm that fact, if they still have phosphorus and iron being mined in those hills. These are the hills. I believe this is Suhulu hills. These ones.
It's Suhulu.
I don't know. It's Suhulu. Suluhu is the president of Tanzania. Suluhu. That is Suluhu.
This is
Sukulu. So we are back to the main highway, and I think at this time of the year we have longer days than the night. And on my right, I believe this is Tororo Cement Factory. On my right, yeah, this is Tororo Cement Factory. Kenyans, did you know that we import electricity from Uganda?
Yes, we know.
Yes, we import electricity from Uganda because of the dam in Jinja. Yes, there is where there is the source of River Nile. So there is a big dam there, and I can't wait to go and see. I remember the first time I was going to Kampala, I saw this long forest, endless. I don't know if this is the one, but there are plenty of forests along this road. It's very green, and usually there are plenty of monkeys and baboons passing across the road. So far, Ugandan roads are good. I've not had any problem, apart from somewhere in Jinja where there was still construction. Otherwise the roads are very good. And now we are 96 kilometers to Jinja. We've already booked our accommodation and we can't wait to go there. Look at that. I told you guys there will be a couple of baboons. The primates, they are the animals. We've passed the road that joins this main highway from Busia. We've just passed it behind somewhere. There's a junction, and now we are still headed to Jinja. And actually, guys, there are so many checks by the police, but they just need to they're just confirming your details, nothing much. If you passed by the border, if you have your passport stamped, if you have it's called C32. C32 is like temporary importation for your car. If you have it, you're good.
And the insurance.
Yeah, and the insurance of the car. Ensure you have the insurance. Apparently there are some fake insurances at the border. So always confirm if they are valid. Now as we drive, we are also enjoying the sunset. Look at that sunset, guys. Liganga. We are supposed to get some chicken on the road here, but it's very late. I'm not sure if we can get the chicken.
3. Shika.
Wait first, let me see the small ones. These ones are how much?
The same, 5. Yeah.
Guys, we are approaching the Ginger Bridge, the famous Ginger Bridge. I can't wait to show you guys this bridge during the day, but it looks magnificent. It fits into Lake Victoria. Yes, it fits into Lake Victoria, but wow. Look at this. Wow. Wow, this is a majestic bridge. Wow, wow, I love this bridge. I can't wait to show you guys this bridge during the day. So guys, we've arrived safely in Ginger. We are so grateful to God. We booked a cabin somewhere it's like 2 kilometers from Ginger town, and trust me guys, I love cabins, and this is one of them. It's simple, but it's very quiet. Just listen to that. So I hope to give you guys a proper tour of this place. It is somewhere we would wish to stay for 2 days. Unfortunately, tomorrow is not available, but tunakatia mwenye nyumba. We are trying to see if we can get an extra day here or in another cabin close to this one, so that we can enjoy having the view. Guys, if the views I have seen on the website are what is actually here, I'm telling you, they're very nice views. So guys, I think we'll prepare some supper. Oh, and we managed to get the chicken, the famous chicken. Guys, I have to show you this one. The famous chicken that are usually sold by the road. We've already eaten the roasted plantains. They're sweet bananas, very nice. We've already finished eating those ones on the road. Each of them was 5,000 Ugandan shillings. You can convert that using 27 shillings. But the last time I tried them, they were really nice. I hope they're still nice. So guys, all of those people who've been saying that there is the famous chicken, look at this. How do they even get it into these skewers? These people have some real skill. Let the day end for today. We'll talk very early in the morning. So guys, see you in the morning.
That was so epic.